and welcome. My name is Kelsey Connor. I am the owner of Connor and Company and Flourish Studio. We are a wedding planning and floral company, and I wanted to talk to you. Damn it! I'm gonna redo that. Hi, my name is Kelsey Connor. I'm the owner of Connor and Company. We are a wedding planning and floral company in Memphis, Tennessee. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about rentals and a little bit of the unknown facts that brides may not know about rentals. This is probably one of the things that I enjoy helping brides with, and just going on and pulling all their information, and I can easily do this in 5 minutes. But if you don't have a planner, this is some of the tips that you need to know. So let's talk about tables first. You have two options generally. You have two options. You either have a rectangle table or a circle table. So for your guest seated, I normally say think between 60 and 80% need to be seated unless it is a seated dinner. If it's just a cocktail, heavy hors d'oeuvre, buffet, you can get away with 60 to 80% being seated. So a 60-inch round table holds 8 people. A 72-inch round table holds 10 people comfortably. I've seen people squish 10 people around a 60 and 12 people around a 72, and it's a lot. So just be careful. Next is the long tables. So sometimes people split up the long tables. Per long table, so if you have a 6-foot long table, you can hold 6 people on either side, and then you can add 2 to the ends if you wanted to. Same with 8-foot. But some people like to butt them together and make them really long. So that's something to think about, because then you wouldn't have the ones on the ends. So again, if it's a 6-foot table, 6 people, 8-foot, 8 people, so on and so forth. A 48-inch round table is like a cake table, a sweetheart table, whatever. It can hold 4 people, but normally it holds 2 people on one side, or a cake, or whatever. A 30-inch table is maybe a welcome table, maybe a smaller cake table. It's normally the size of a bistro table or a cocktail table. So those high boys, the ones that you just set your drink on, doesn't have any chairs around it. So that's a 30-inch, but it's taller. So keep that in mind. Okay, next we're going to talk about linens. So with the round tables, we'll start with the smallest and go up. If you only have a 30-inch round table that is to the ground, you really only need I think the smallest that they come in is a 90-inch tablecloth. You want them to hit the floor. Make them hit the floor. Make them hit the floor. Anyway, so same with a 48-inch. You can also have the regular height table. A 48-inch table will also need a 90-inch tablecloth. Next is the 60-inch. So the 60-inch needs a 120-inch tablecloth. Also the bistro tables, so those high 30-inch tables need a 120. You can get away with a 90 sometimes. The 120 puddles a little bit, but especially if you're going to tie it off, I really recommend the 120. And it's easy to just get a whole bunch of 120s than try to figure out, oh, well, this one's a 90 and this one's a 120 and blah, blah, blah. I normally just say get 120s. It's better to have a little bit of I normally just say go on and get a 120 because it's better to have a little bit of a puddle than for it to be too short. We don't need high water tablecloths. Next is the 72-inch table. You need a 132-inch tablecloth. So then we'll head on over to the rectangle tables. The 6-inch needs a 90 by 132. The 8-inch needs a 90 by 156. Easy enough. So let's talk about chairs for a little bit. The cheapest is this really bad plastic chair it comes in white and black. I do not like them. If you have anybody over 200 pounds, they're going to sit on it and they're going to think they're about to die. Like, they are going to think that they are going to crush this chair. Please do not get these cheapy plastic chairs. I think they're like less than $1 each. I hate them. Please don't get them. Ever. The one that's up a little bit, It's about $3, maybe $3.50, is the folding chair. The folding wood chair or the folding, there's like a really thick, strong plastic that they make it with too. There's white, there's a natural wood, and there's a dark wood, and there's a black. That's the one I recommend the most. It looks nice. It's the best money saver. That's the one I recommend the most. The next up would probably be a Chiavari chair. They run between 10 to 15. If you get into the fancier ones that have like the clear ghost chairs or whatever, they can run maybe 18. There's also the wood like crossback chairs. There's stuff like that. Those are around the $18 mark too. And you can definitely go up if you get padded chairs or whatever. But yeah, I do not recommend those cheapy plastic chairs. I know they're cheap. I know that can be a selling point, but please don't get them. Next, let's talk about soft seating. So soft seating really elevates your just whole vibe. It just makes it feel more luxurious. It makes it feel more stay a while and sit and talk and just relax. They can get a little expensive. The biggest thing is kind of looking out for how much the delivery fees are. Because by the way, soft seating is couches, chairs, anything that's upholstered basically. That's not like a normal dining chair. So with that one, the smaller kind of love seats, $150 to $250, and they go up. If you get a really nice velvet, huge couch, those can be $400, $500. Chairs end up being $75 to $150. So just kind of like, I love them. I super recommend them. I recommend getting a whole little seating area. So having a couch, maybe 2 chairs, and some sort of coffee table. So people that are just eating appetizers or just getting a drink and want to sit down but don't really want to sit down at a table, don't really know a whole lot of people, it's a great option. I like to put them in one of 2 places, either right by the dance floor or really far away from the dance floor. So it's either going to be kind of loungy furniture for that party vibe, or it's going to be a get away from everybody and chill out kind of corner. So one or the other. Some other things that you can rent that I like. I love there's greenery walls. I say that with my greenery wall in the background. You can get stand-up greenery walls. The ones around here run about $250 and they go up. I love them when they put like champagne glasses and stuff in them. It's really fun. I'm going to have to do a whole other video about rentals of dinnerware because that's a whole other monkey. But let's think of some other stuff that some people don't realize. You need to rent your arches and your backdrops for either your ceremony or a photo booth or stuff like that. They run $100 to $300 and can go up if they're more customized. The other thing that I want to talk about is tents and dance floors and stages. So tents, first of all, there's different kinds. There's so many different kinds. Please make sure that whoever is getting your tent has measured the area. And if it's for something specific, like your ceremony, make sure there's not a giant pole in the middle of your ceremony. So like, really talk to them and make sure that all of the mechanics of your tent fit for the layout of your space. Dance floors, same thing. I can't remember the right. You need X amount of dance floor space per person. I think it's 4 feet. Or how many? You need about 50% of your guests. Give them 4 feet. So if you had 100 guests, 50 of them times 4 square feet, that would be how big you need your dance floor. So keep that in mind. It can definitely go up. Right now with COVID, it really needs to go up. So next is the stage. So generally with the stage, your band or whoever gives you the dimensions that you need. If there is one already in there, just make sure that it works out with the band or DJ. And that's about it for rentals for the basics. So I will see you guys later.